Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel. My name is Aura. I'm a quantum healing hypnotherapist based in Sweden. And today we are going to talk about how we can protect ourselves as empaths and as someone that identifies as a hypersensitive person. So without any further ado, let's dive right into it. The number one thing that is of the utmost crucial importance to understand is that there is nothing wrong with you being an empath or being hypersensitive. There is nothing wrong with you feeling what other people are feeling as if their emotions and their thoughts are your own. There is nothing wrong with feeling like crowded places are too loud or not being okay with violent acts and violent behaviors. And there is no such thing as being too sensitive. There are, on the other hand, people who just don't understand this because they cannot experience what some of us are experiencing. So the number one thing to understand is that there is nothing wrong with you, and you do not have to try and change yourself, and please do not beat yourself up for being the way you are. You are absolutely magnificent, and if anything, being an empath and being hypersensitive is a gift that needs to be nurtured, polished, and cultivated. Empaths and sensitive people are wired to believe that the world is about others, that life is about other people, because ever since birth, we've been feeling what other people are feeling, and we never want to hurt anybody. We do not want to cause any type of discomfort to anybody around us because we immediately feel how that makes them feel. The problem is that we incarnate into a world that is asking us all to disconnect from ourselves in order to fit into a certain set system of the time and place that we are born into. So we all are asked to disconnect from who it is that we truly are in order to be accepted by our parents and become a good citizen and a good working force within the system. Otherwise, we might risk getting exiled, unaccepted, unloved. And not only are we as individuals getting hurt, but we are hurting our parents who have a certain expectation of us, who want us to follow a certain path in life. The problem with this system is that none of us, from a soul perspective, incarnate here to discard of who it is that we truly are. We all incarnate here in order to follow the path of our soul and to be our true authentic selves. So we come here to live this life for us, according to who it is that we truly are. Stick to our path, because only when we do that, we then give permission to others and we give them the courage to do the same. So nurturing who it is that you truly are automatically puts you in service to everybody else around you. So this is why it is of crucial importance to nourish and cherish your sensitivity. And so how can you begin to do that? Being a sensitive person comes with a lot of challenges. It makes you want to be out there in the world to help and save everyone, and at the same time you desperately need to isolate yourself because you are overwhelmed by feeling what everybody else around you is feeling. You are also overwhelmed with maybe knowing that people around you are lying to you because they might be telling you one thing, but you are feeling their true intentions and their true emotions. And these feelings, emotions, thoughts, and anxieties of other people are so intense within your body that you can't even differentiate between what is yours and what is theirs. Is it you being depressed, or is it the people around you that are being depressed and you feel this depression as being your own? Same goes for anxiety. Same goes for everything else that is going through their bodies and through their minds. And so all of this can cause a lot of confusion, which is why it's so important for you to know your triggers and to always plan ahead and do so very carefully. That means that you need to know who it is that you are. You need to know exactly what it is that triggers you, and then act according to that. Take action so that you do not get overwhelmed by whatever event is triggering you. If you know that you need, for example, to avoid crowds of people, then do so. Try to be in places at different times of days, or try to take different routes. But I think it's also extremely important to not just live through life protecting yourself and being in a constant self-protection mode, always being in a shell, always being in a cocoon, because this is definitely not a state of empowerment. This is a state of being in fear of others. So it's extremely important to begin to know who it is that you are and start creating a life that works for you. And the more you begin to do things that are working for you, the less you're going to have the need to protect yourself in public. And we are going to get to that point very soon. Before that, I also want to give another example. For instance, if you're having a meeting with someone or if you're having an appointment, make sure to be earlier at that appointment. This is what I'm doing, for instance. I'm always being there earlier, maybe 20 minutes, half an hour earlier, to take in the space, to get used to the space, to center myself in that space, to go to the bathroom during that time and do whatever else it is that I feel the need to do before I'm going to meet whoever it is that I'm going to meet. Like this, I also know that I don't have any time pressure and I'm ready to take in whatever it is that may come my way. And so, like I mentioned before, being around people can be very daunting because we feel how our words, our actions immediately make them feel, even though they may say that they feel differently. So we can perceive different layers of the truth of what is, of every single living being around us. And this is also why so many hypersensitive people tend to attract people that take more than they give, that are using hypersensitive people to manipulate them however they see fit because they can. Because as sensitive people, like I said, we feel bad about making other people uncomfortable. And so people will take advantage of that. And we need to be very, very careful because if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else will. It may seem like the universe is against you. It may seem like you keep meeting all these people that are trying to suck up all your energy, drain you completely. But that is because, one, you let them, and two, you are the universe. The universe treats you the way you treat yourself. And so if you disregard yourself and you treat yourself poorly, you will receive more of that treatment reflected back at you. The moment you begin to take time for yourself and care for yourself, things will begin to change in your surroundings inevitably because they cannot not change as you are the universe. Bad things happen to good people because good people treat themselves badly. The universe does not reflect how you treat others. It reflects how you treat yourself, again, because you are the universe. And so after being with people, make sure to take time for yourself alone, because that will help you regulate your emotional and your nervous system. That will help to rebalance and recalibrate yourself. Practice self-care and self-preservation. Is not just that you are allowed to, but you have to. There is no other way. Otherwise, just think of this. If you won't take care of yourself and there's no one else to take care of you because it's nobody else's responsibility to take care of you. And stress causes so many chronic illnesses that you won't even believe it. Actually, all chronic illnesses are based on stress, and stress is based on you not tending to your needs. And so if something happens to you, who will be there to take care of others? The more you take care of yourself, the more you will be able to take care of others. If you tend to yourself first, if you fill your own cup first. And so make sure to sleep well. Make sure to eat well, to drink well, to exercise well. And with well, I mean doing what works for you specifically. Not what the experts are telling you to do, but that which works for your body specifically. If low intensity exercise works better for you than high intensity, then do that. Sleep 8 hours. If 6 hours work better for you, sleep 6 hours. Eat well and eat a diet that works for you, guilt-free. That is the most important thing. If you're eating with guilt, then you're doing something wrong. So again, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. It doesn't matter how many times anybody else says that you should eat per day. Do what is best for your body, for your body's needs. And again, here I'm going to be mentioning addictions. Don't do what your addictions are calling you towards, but do that which you know is best for your body, and innately you know what your body needs, because addictions cause guilt. Otherwise it wouldn't be an addiction, and you do it as a substitute for another need that you are actually avoiding to do. And so the more you tend to your needs, addictions will go away and your entire life will begin to clear up. you will also begin to feel more empowered because you begin to acquaint yourself with who it is that you truly are. You begin to know who you are. And not only that, but your hypersensitivity will also become cleared because you won't be in fear of it anymore. It will become a clear field that you make friends with. It won't be a curse anymore. It will be a gift. I used to think that it was a curse, and now I see it as the most beautiful gift in the world. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm so grateful to feel what other people are feeling, to be aware of their emotions, to know what's underneath the surface, because I also know what to do with that now. And here also come healthy boundaries. You need to set super strong, super healthy boundaries for yourself. Because if you don't, again, other people will use you. And most of the people are doing so unconsciously. Either way, it will put you back in a state of isolation, fear, and protection, which is disempowerment. And so set healthy boundaries. Know what movies you want to watch and what movies you don't want to watch, what type of media you want to consume, and that which you do not want to consume. Know what type of people you want to be around and the people that you don't want to be around. And the more you work with yourself, the more comfortable you will get in different situations. The more you will be able to take in, and the better you will be able to discern everything that's going on around you. Plus discerning what emotions are yours and which emotions are not yours. And another important thing to know is that relaxing is not the same as recharging. Sure, you can sit in front of the TV and watch Netflix or whatever, watch a show or program that you enjoy and relax, but recharging is stepping away from that completely and doing something that nourishes your soul. Recharging happens in meditation. It happens when you do something that makes your heart expand, such as creating music, art, sculpting, taking a walk in nature, being with animals. That is recharging. Watching TV is not necessarily recharging because it takes your energy away. You invest your energy into something. So what you need to invest your energy is back into yourself. And you do that through creativity. You do that through being in nature because nature is an extension of you. Animals are an extension of you. And through creative processes, we create life. For some people, it's downhill biking, exercising, doing different things, horse riding. So find what makes your heart expand. Find what brings joy to you. Sewing. It can be anything. So when you invest time and energy in yourself, that's when you recharge. Another thing that I want to mention is that sometimes it is okay to isolate yourself. I personally felt the need to isolate myself for 13 months. I did this back in 2011. And it was of tremendous help for me because in that time, I reconnected with who it is that I truly am. I reconnected with my needs. I understood that I need to eat a certain way. I need to sleep a certain way. I need to exercise a certain way. I reacquainted myself with my passions, with my joys. I meditated every day. I got into Buddhism. I got into hypnotherapy. I began to study nutrition while at the same time doing my thesis in university. But outside of going to university and writing my thesis, I isolated myself from the world, from anybody that I knew. I wasn't seeing any friends. I wasn't seeing any acquaintances. Actually, this was at the end of 2011, beginning of 2012. I was not seeing anyone but myself. Also, I did not set this time for myself. I didn't say, oh, now for 13 months, I'm going to do this. It just happened to be 13 months. And during those first 3 months, I reinvented myself. I got off all the medication that I was on. The medical system had declared me miraculously healed from all the chronic physical and emotional illnesses that I was experiencing back then. So all of this happened within 3 months for me. And then the rest of the time, I just drilled a new way of being in my essence, in my body. I learned to live life again my way. After this, I had no problem meeting new people. I was so surprised that it was so easy for me to meet people, to be in crowds of people. It was magical. And at the same time, my perception expanded, my abilities strengthened. It was just amazing. And because I've been through this, because I've done this, I'm sitting here today telling you that it's absolutely possible. You can change everything around for yourself, and you don't have to live in disempowerment and fear all the time, but you can be fully empowered. Live this life as your true self, wave that empath and hypersensitive flag around, and shine brilliantly at the same time. So again, something that might help you is a document that I've created, which you can find on my website. You can download it for free. It's a PDF, it's a workbook that will help you become your optimal self. I will put the link in the description below in 3 different languages. On my website, you can also find different meditations that help you connect with your higher self in order to remember what your essence feels like and to receive any messages your beautiful higher self may have for you. And another video that I'm going to link in the description below is a video on how to create manifestation or protection spheres. Again, this is something that you don't need to do every day. It's very important to not be in a state of fear, but it's something that I've been doing for many years of my life, and it worked miracles. And so I'm hoping that it will do the same for you. So as I'm sitting here a few days later editing the video, I realized that I forgot to mention the breath, which is, of course, one of the most important ways for us to regulate our body. Through our breath, we regulate our nervous system, we regulate our endocrine system, we calm the body down, and we align ourselves, we balance ourselves out. You can do different breathing techniques. The easiest one to remember is the technique 4-4-4. So you breathe in for 4 seconds. You hold the air for 4 seconds. And you exhale for 4 seconds. You can either exhale through your mouth or you can exhale through your nose. If you want, you can imagine that as you breathe in, you are breathing in the color green. You are also activating your heart chakra as you're doing this, which is of the color green. And green also happens to be the healing energy that all life forms hold within themselves, which is why it is so calming to walk in nature. And so when you inhale, imagine yourself inhaling the color green as your heart expands. The color green you can take from your surroundings, you can take it from your energy fields. And so inhale green, hold within the color green, and as you exhale, imagine whatever no longer serves you, whatever tension you are holding, whatever imbalances you are holding within your body, releasing your body. And this energy can be released through all the pores of your skin. It can be released through the soles of your feet, through your breath, however you see fit, whatever works best for you. Release this energy, release whatever anxiety that you are holding within your body out of your body. And you can do this exercise as many times as you feel the need to do so. Another important thing to know is that whenever we are stressed, we are breathing with our lungs. But whenever we are asleep, we are breathing from our diaphragm. So it's this part of your body that you need to begin to breathe with. And you can do this consciously by consciously, as you breathe in, bring in the air first within this area of your body. So you breathe in like this, right? This is how the body breathes when we are in a calm state of being. When we are in a stressed state of being, we are breathing here, not really engaging our lower body. And it's so important to begin to teach yourself to breathe from here. It is so much more helpful for the body and so much more natural for the body to breathe from here. The problem is that we are being in a constant state of stress, and this is just how our society functions nowadays, that we have forgotten to breathe from our diaphragm, from underneath our lungs. And instead, we are just taking shallow breaths, which seem to be deep, but they are not deep enough, from our upper part of the lungs. And visualize breathing in the color green as you exhale whatever it is that no longer serves you, whatever tension, whatever anxiety you are holding within your body. And this is how you're going to begin to regulate your nervous system. Another thing that you can do is and I find that this works even better, to exhale for a longer time. So another breathing technique would be 4-7-8. So you breathe in for 4, you hold for 7, and you release for 8. When you do this, you bring your pulse down, you calm down, everything becomes serene within you. And again, you can either imagine that you are releasing whatever tension you are holding, or you can simply just do these breathing exercises without imagining much of anything else, because your body knows exactly what it is that you are doing. And another thing that I have forgotten to mention in this video is that if you want, you can of course use crystals as permission slips for as long as you need them to. I always have crystals around me. I am wearing them, as you can see. I am charging them with different energies, and I use different crystals for different means. There are crystals that you can use for protection. There are crystals that you can use to help activate your throat chakra, your heart chakra, your root chakra, whatever it is that you need to strengthen your connection to the cosmos, to your higher self, to Mother Earth, to your physicality. There are so many different ways in which we can use crystals and in which we can program them, as they are a part of Mother Earth and they are here to assist us. They are also an extension of us, but please remember to use them in a way that empowers you, not in a way that disempowers you. It is one thing to charge a crystal with fear, thinking that, oh my God, I cannot live without this. This is going to be my life savior. That is a state of disempowerment, because you give your entire power to that crystal. A better way to use them is to have them assist you and support you in amplifying the beautiful characteristics and the beautiful abilities that are already within you. They can help trigger dormant states of being. They can help clarify your way of communication. They can help amplify your voice. They can help strengthen your courage, but they cannot give you something that isn't there. So you need to work with yourself first. You cannot just give your entire power away, assign the entire work to a crystal to do the work for you, while you just sit there and wait for things to happen. This is not how things work in this physicality. You need to put in the work. You need to show up for yourself. You need to take action. Otherwise, nothing will ever happen. Nothing will ever change. So all of these examples that I've been giving you in this video are things that you can use to empower yourself, to fortify and to amplify your ways of being. And so it is important for you to begin to live in alignment with what it is that you wish to attain, with what it is that you know you came here to be, to do, to experience. And with this, let's get back to where we left off. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to type them in the comments below. And if you have other tips, habits, and practices up your sleeve that have helped you as a sensitive person to recenter yourself, please share them as well in the comments below. I'm very, very interested to know more about what it is that you are doing that helps you on your everyday basis. And if you need help to explore your consciousness even deeper and to reconnect with your beautiful higher self, I'm here to help you with that through one-on-one sessions, so that you may begin to live your life as your highest expression right here, right now. With this, I bid you a most wonderful moment of the infinite now. Take care of yourselves and have an amazing one. Bye.